So here we have the iPhone 6 itself. As you can see, it's still got its wrapping on, and it's the space grey colour. I decided to go for this because I've had a white iPhone for quite a while, and I decided I think black will be quite a cool colour to have. I'm going to leave this on the side for now. So here we take the box out, and we've got this leaflet thing that Apple give you. It gives you the pin to put your SIM card in, and a little slot for the iPhone 6 leaflet, which basically tells you what is your iPhone, a little iPhone info, and the infamous stickers. So here we have the very same looking inside of the box and what's in there. Of course, you've got the 5-volt charging USB charger thingy-majiggy. This is UK because of course I'm in the UK. We've also got the Apple AirPods, and I actually really enjoy these headphones. So I bought a pair of more expensive headphones, in-ear headphones, and I actually found that these were more practical for me to use. So I actually tend to use these more than I use my other headphones. Finally, we have the USB charger with the lightning adapter, which can charge both ways, and everyone knows that these do not last very long, so you've got to be very careful. I have not actually broken any of mine, but one of them is very close to breaking, so it's quite nice to have an extra one. And we'll leave that onto the side. So now the thing you've been waiting for, the iPhone 6. So the first thing you'll notice is the design change. Before we get onto any of this, I'm going to do the honours of taking off this plastic film. And anyone that knows this feeling, it's actually quite wonderful. Wow, that is incredible. So here we have it. This is the iPhone 6. The first thing you'll notice is the design change. It's completely different to the old iPhone 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my old iPhone 5 here next to comparison, and you can see that there is quite a considerable size change. The first thing you'll notice is, of course, the colour, and I chose the space grey. There are 3 colours you can get. You can get the gold, the space grey, or the silver. So as you can see, the 2 iPhones, they are sitting next to each other, and this one is of course bigger. It's got a 4.7-inch display. So what you'll notice now is that the design is actually curved. Also what you'll notice is that the glass here actually goes in perfectly into the it actually seamlessly goes into the metal, which is very nice. Got a nice feel to the phone, which is awesome. Side by side, you can see that the iPhone 6 is much smaller than the iPhone 5, which was quite inevitable. For me, I think the biggest change is the lock button. So if it focuses, you can see that on top of the iPhone 6 there is no lock button. In fact, the lock button is now on the side there. The bottom looks relatively similar. You've still got the headphone jack, the lightning port, and the speaker and the microphone has now been reduced to one little hole, which I guess is quite nice. So I'll put this to the side. So let's turn it on. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Done. So here is the welcome screen before you configure it, and of course you swipe to change your... Oh, my SIM has not been inserted, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do that right now. Now, what I wanted to talk about was the actual features of the phone. So, the screen itself here has a Retina HD display, and the iPhone 6 Plus has a 1080p. This one has a 750p display, but it's still HD, which is very nice. It looks beautiful, and it feels beautiful, which is awesome. Now, in terms of the actual inside, it's got an A8 processor, but it now packs an M8 motion coprocessor. And if you didn't know what that means, it basically monitors movements and activity, and it will assist with the new Health Kit app that is included in iOS 8. The chip itself actually uses a 64-bit architecture, which is what most computers use. This is the same in the iPhone 5 and the 5S, I think. If I'm correct, if I'm wrong, please tell me, but yes. So, as it's bigger, it's actually got a much bigger battery life. Well, that's what they say. They say it's got a much better battery life. They say that it can now reach up to 50 hours of audio, 11 hours of Wi-Fi browsing, 10 hours of 4G and 3G browsing, and 10 days of standby. So that is considerably better than, of course, the iPhone 5, which I think has a terrible battery life. If this actually reaches those supposed hours, then that is pretty impressive. So what I've done is I've actually gone ahead and I've actually set up the phone as a new iPhone, even though I will actually restore it. But here it is. So here is the new iPhone. The thing that I was just about to talk about was the camera. Now, this is the thing that I'm actually most excited about, to be perfectly honest. As I said before, it does stick out, which is rather unfortunate. If you can see that, it actually sticks out by quite a bit. You do feel it when you rub your hand against it, but I reckon that when you have a case on it, it would actually be a lot better. The camera is incredible. It has an all new sensor, but with the same aperture of 2.2. The thing that I'm actually pretty much most excited for is the filming. The filming does 1080p at 60 frames per second, and a £2,000 Canon 5D Mark III does not even do that, which is crazy to think that. It also has 240 frames per second slow motion, which is awesome, which is absolutely incredible. The old iPhone 5S did 120, if I